Hey you guys, this is Britta Alton, your friendly neighborhood children's director, and I wanted to show you a couple of things on this table, but first I wanted to tell you about some of the things that I am doing around the church building. See if you can pick up on a theme with all the things that I'm doing. If you have been in Wiggle Worship lately, you have noticed that our projector had a problem. We tried to refresh it by putting in a new light bulb, and it did not work. So now it must be totally renewed. It's got to be put in. I'm gonna try to get this up in time for worship. Wiggle Worship tomorrow, we'll see. Rosemary has already started it for me. I'm getting ready to put in the last few things and refresh our worship activity bags for tomorrow. Refreshing some of our borrow for worship items, putting some new ones out. I found a couple of new items that we could put in our borrow for worship bins so that you can fidget while you listen to the worship with your family. So putting a few new things in for our worship activities and cleaning up some of the things that were used last week. So did you gather that most of the things that I was doing were about refreshing or renewing the experience that you're going to have when you come to church? It's interesting because it goes right along with our Be Renewed focus that we have in Big Church and that we're talking about with kids too. If you have wondered what is on the table in the lobby, what these little bottles might contain, they have olive oil in them. And there's a book that tells why we're using the olive oil as a reference for how we can be generous like Jesus was generous. So if you haven't gotten that, if you or your family have not picked up some of these items from the table, make sure you remind your family to do that while you're here in worship on Sunday. We're going to continue talking about being renewed. We're also going to have fun in Wiggle Worship together. Sunday night is our small group time for kids where our Be Renewed focus is. I hope that you'll come because in addition to doing some fun Be Renewed games, we've also been having fun kind of doing some races and some fun play around stuff on Sunday nights. And don't forget that Wednesdays are game nights. Our Sunday school lesson this week is about the disciples choosing to follow Jesus. And so I'm going to include a cartoon from our Whirl friends after this so they can tell you a little bit about that process of the disciples following Jesus. And I hope in all these ways that you're able to connect, you will remember that you belong. If I ask you, do you belong? You're going to say, yes, I belong. Not only to God, but to this church and to the family of God. And by belonging, you get to become like Jesus every step of the way. That's what all this olive talk is about. And through that, you can bless others. Also goes right along with all of this olive talk. So I hope that you will enjoy this cartoon from our Whirl friends, and until I see you next, I pray that you are blessed. Bye!
I tell you, Montgomery, there is nothing better than a little fishing on a Sunday afternoon. The boat, the calm, the thrill of the catch, I love it all.
I made a sailor's knot.
That's just another tangled rope, Monty.
Oh, I'm gonna start calling it the Monty knot.
You never fail to turn life's lemons into lemonade, Montgomery. Now, before you tangle another piece of rope, we should check how the bait is doing. Drat! The bait was taken again! Right out from under our noses!
Do we have noses?
Never mind that, Monty. Reload the lines! Ah, excellent. Nothing can resist sweet, sweet cotton candy.
Ready to launch.
Cast!
Do you think cats ever dream that they're dogs?
I've got something. Monty, quick, get the net. I've got something. Oh, it's a fighter, but I've got it. Oh, Clara! It's Clara! Monty, quick, get the net.
What's happening? Is this an alien abduction?
Ha ha! We caught you, Clara.
Victor? Monty, what are you doing?
We're being like Jesus.
Really? How?
Oh, it's simple, Clara. Jesus said that his disciples would be fishers of people. So we're spending the day fishing for people. I'm confident this is what Jesus would want.
So, what do you do now that you caught me?
That is an excellent question. Honestly, I just enjoyed the idea of catching people in nets. I hadn't thought about it much past that.
Well, I, for one, am having a great time.
Thank you, Fiona.
I don't remember Jesus and the disciples actually using fishing poles or nets on people.
No, I suppose they didn't. But how would we get you in the boat without poles and nets?
Are you kidding? It's a boat in a tree! And you have cotton candy up here. How could you keep us away?
She makes a good point, Montgomery.
Especially about the candy clouds we have.
I think that's how Jesus and the disciples did it too.
What, give out cotton candy?
No, they invited people to join them by sharing about the kingdom of God.
Huh. That might actually work.
Attention, nearby children! We invite you to come and join us in our tree boat. We have cotton candy and a wonderful view.
Cool, look, a skyboat!
Wow. You were right, Clarabella. Huh. Sometimes being invited is the greatest net of all.
She's a little small. Should we throw her back?
Ooh, candy.
Hey! That minnow just stole our candy clouds. If I was king of the sea, I'd fly planes every day. I would fly people from Chicago to Cabo to Atlanta to Maine, and all at a reasonable rate. Oh, if I was king of the sea, fiddly-diddly-doo. If I was king of the sea, I'd probably need a crew. Oh, if I was king of the sea, I'd fly planes every day. I would fly people from Chicago to Cabo to Atlanta to Maine, and all at a reasonable rate.